Ah, sí, sí, la foto. La foto. Mucho gusto. No, es Ana.
Party of three? Party of three? We're gonna take a quick group picture of it, okay? Just squeeze in. If you want to, you can take your mask off, up to you, right? Here we go. First, ready? 1, 2, 3. And second one, so that the attention they come and step up, up, casing. Ready, fire.
The rangers have one last request. You see, many of the wildlife, especially near the tram station, need your help. They will try to look adorable and lure you into feeding them. Please don't.
When visitors start to feed them, they develop a habit of coming to visitors for food, and they forget about foraging because it's really easy. The food that our visitors would feed them isn't necessarily the right kind of food for them. And after a while, the animals can become aggressive, trying to get handouts from people.
Welcome, adventure seekers, to the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. I'm Ryder Raccoon, the tram's official host, and I have a secret. There's a brand new way to learn all about the tram and how it process. Our free mobile tour contains over 50 video and audio experiences, cool virtual reality videos, fun photo filters, maps, restaurant menus, and even augmented reality. Learn about tram history, listen to amazing rescue stories, encounter an augmented reality rattlesnake, and explore hidden places. Now, are you curious about weather at the time? Do you want to learn about today's activities and events? Do you want to hear some fun facts? Find it all on our mobile tour. You probably never knew there was so much to see and do at the tram. So what are you waiting for? It's available for both iOS and Android devices. Download it now and start having fun.
Cuando vayas no subiendo las vistas.
While you're enjoying the tram station, the state park, and the adjoining wilderness, the rangers have a master.
Welcome to Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. A little cold on the mountain, though, 24 degrees. We'll be passing over 5 towers. At each tower, we're going to swing slightly back and forth, so please watch your balance. I'll start the floor rotation. Only the floor will move, not the handrails along the side of the center where I'm standing. In approximately 10 minutes, we'll have you at the mountain station. It says that you leave all face covering on at all times on the tram car, covering your nose and mouth. All backpacks off and on the floor for the convenience of others. There you go. All backpacks off and on the floor for the convenience of others. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. New rotating tram cars providing you 360-degree views of the way just like the station.
Came up because that was one of the days when it was like,
And in 11 minutes, step out into a completely different environment. The high country of Jacinto State Park and wilderness. An elevation 8,516 feet. We'll travel over 2.5 miles of pavement, rise 1 mile. At the top, the temperature averages some 40 degrees cooler. The wildlife will change, and the trees, flowers, and shrubs. All other towers and have to be constructed by transporting workers and the materials to the various sites by helicopter. For the new rotating tram cars, the improvements included a cable drive system and some 1,000 cubic yards of rock. We'll see circle marks in the rock face during your trip that indicates where rock removal was required. The new cabins are the first in the Western Hemisphere to rotate 360 degrees to travel and are the largest of their type in the world. We're now high above Chino Canyon, once the summer home of the Agua Caliente Vancoe Indian. Since there are many streams that flow year-round, the canyon has an abundance of vegetation, including hickory, cottonwood, alder, black maple, and a great deal of wild grapevine. To the left of or south of the tram car is but one of the many waterfalls that is fed by runoff from the mountains. During our upward journey, we passed through a variety of different limestations, ranging from the Sonora Desert to the Alpine Fringe. It's a little like making a motor trip from Mexico to Alaska. We believe this is the only place in Southern California where this change occurred. As we approach tower number 2, top of the tower, you can see a 16 by 16 foot yellow helicopter platform used during construction and now used during the tram's maintenance period. Additional platforms will be seen on the remaining towers further along our journey. As you no doubt have already noticed, we experienced a swinging motion as the tram car transitioned from the track cable over the tower satellite back to the track cable. This motion resulted in the car moving from the track to reach the tower and back to the track. The original tramway was designed and built by the Von Roll Company of Bern, Switzerland, and all moving parts and cables are Swiss-made. The towers are American-made. There's a total of 27 miles of various sized cables to support movement and communication of the tramway. The largest of these are the track cables on which we ride. They weigh just under 9 pounds a foot, with each of these track cables 13,500 feet in length. therefore weighing a total of 461 tons. The halfway point on our trip is reached between towers 2 and 3. This happens past the other journey. While it appears the downward car is traveling much faster than the car, it's actually moving at exactly the same speed. It must, because both cars are tied together by the hauling cables, which move with the car. You see, the drive system at the Valley Station is pulling that car down, and in turn is pulling us up. The two cars are 34 feet apart when they pass. The Palm Springs Aerial Tramway was first conceived in the early 1930s by a young electrical engineer, the late Francis Crocker, who to this day is known as the father of the tramway.
Ladies and gentlemen, approaching tower number 3. This one has a little larger swing. You just might want to hold on.
All financed for the sale of revenue bonds. In April of 1990, the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway contracted with the Honolulu Tramway just as at the very beginning, no tax dollars were used in the cost of construction and the operations of the tramway, and sold on its revenue. It is between towers 3 and 4 that we reach the longest span of our journey. The majestic spire of Chino Cathedral Rock. Visible testimony of the solid granite building of the mountain. As we continue our journey, the light zone changes become more obvious. You'll see a variety of pine trees, including pinyon, big cone, lodgepole, natural residents of the high country include deer, mountain lion, fox, bobcat, raccoon, and the California gray squirrel. The smallest of the 5 towers is tower number 4, 57.5 feet tall, located at an elevation of 7,576 feet above sea level. From there, the view is truly below, you will be able to see the mini desert city of Valley, and far south is the Salton Sea, some 50 miles away. Off to the left of our travel is Salton Crag, named honor, and to the right of our travel is San Gorgonio at 11,499 feet, the tallest mountain in Southern California. We are nearing the end of our journey now. Within the state park and wilderness are more than 54 miles of summer hiking trails and, in winter, many miles of snowshoe cross-country ski opportunity. This is, by the way, one of the very few pristine wilderness areas in Southern California, and it has been designated.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mountain station. 8,516. Please watch your balance as we go into dock. We are going to tap the sides here a little bit. I need all face masks up, please, on the tram. All face masks up, please, on the tram. Thank you. All the way up. Attention to the building, folks, directly in front of us to my right-hand side. Please go directly inside the building. Do not stay out on this dock for any reason. We're departing every 12 minutes. Last car down tonight is 6 o'clock. That's one that you do not want to miss. Have a safe and enjoyable time.
Say you are.
I'm mostly scared that I'm gonna down.
¿Quieres saber qué se le quebró? Vamos a quitar chiquito.
early spring, you may see snow plants, those reddish spikes with urn-shaped flowers. Smell the fragrant pines and firs that shade the trail. Let the squirrels, jays, and woodpeckers entertain you. Another enjoyable walk in Long Valley is the Desert View Trail. As its name implies, this 1.5-mile trail leads past unique rock formations to expansive views of the desert, some 4.5 miles distant and 8,000 feet below. Looking down, it's easy to imagine the mighty San Andreas Fault that runs along the Coachella Valley, creating mountains on both of its sides. On a clear day, you can see the Salton Sea over 30 miles in the distance. On summer weekends, park staff or volunteers lead walks along these two delightful paths. Be sure to stop by the State Park's Visitor Center for more information about our interpretive programs. Books, maps, and other park information are also available there. Beyond Long Valley lies 30,000 acres of state and federal wilderness. If you'd like to venture into this remote wonderland, you'll need a permit. Permits are free, and you can pick one up at the Long Valley Ranger Station. Rangers there can also tell you about current trail conditions and weather forecasts. Hiking, cross-country skiing, and snowshoeing are popular ways to explore the wilderness. Camp in a remote mountain site and enjoy the beauty of a mountain meadow. Stop to listen to native birds or photograph wildflowers. Whether it's your goal to sit on a rock or climb a peak, you'll find just the right place waiting for you. One of the things that makes Mount San Jacinto State Park and Wilderness so unique is the variety of plants, animals, and habitats found here, known as the park's biodiversity. Changing elevations and landscapes create a variety of distinctly different communities of plants and animals within the park. Although each community of life is different, they are all intricately connected to each other. Fragile mountain meadows are awash with colorful flowers such as lavender shooting stars, purple asters, yellow monkey flowers, and crimson columbine. They provide food for insects, rodents, and birds. These small creatures are in turn fed upon by larger mammals and birds of prey, including majestic golden eagles.
Along mountain streams grow a great variety of plants, such as the large frond bracken fern, the creamy white stalks of the corn lily, the fragrant western azalea, and the bright pink-topped Sierra currant.
In dry open spaces, you might discover the tall purple spikes of lupin among the conifers. Mountain meadows are also the place to find deer. Keeping a wary eye for predators such as mountain lions, they nibble and wander through the grasses. Coyotes amble through the dusky forest, while bobcats quietly search for prey. Busy ground squirrels search here and there for acorns. A little further down, stately oak trees are joined by manzanita with its deep red bark. If you hike to lower elevations, you'll notice Perry's nolina, plants often mistaken for yuccas. And, with rare luck, you may even spot an elusive peninsular bighorn sheep foraging on the rocky slopes. At last count, there were well over 200 species of wildlife here at Mount San Jacinto State Park. This variety of life is found nowhere else on Earth.
1,000 cubic yards of rock had to be removed from some cliffs. The California Department of Parks and Recreation engaged a private environmental consulting firm to monitor the blasting and rock removal. Here's one of their monitors for the report.
I'm Dave Bittner, wildlife biologist, and for the last year during the construction of the tram, we've worked on the wildlife and monitoring the endangered species here in Chino Canyon. And we've learned a lot about what's here. We've seen a lot of different kind of animals. We've watched the bighorn sheep, the deer. We've monitored the golden eagle nesting and actually even banded one of the young. And it was interesting during the construction, we didn't have any adverse effects on the wildlife that we could detect. We had the golden eagles nesting on the cliffs right near the tram when the blasting and the construction was going on. And this was kind of enlightening to see that the wildlife has adjusted so well to people. Our understanding that the millions of people that have been able to go into a wilderness area by virtue of the tram has given us a real insight into what the tram has provided for people that are young or old, handicapped, or even people that want to go up there and camp. It's allowed them to get into this wilderness area and experience something that they might not ever get to experience if they hadn't been able to get up there on the tram.
The tramway is a unique place to visit, with viewing areas like this one, named after V.W. Grubb, one of the early pioneers of the tramway. This offers you a 360-degree view of the Mount Jacinto State Park, with one of the oldest wilderness areas in all of California. From here one can see from the wind farms to the Salton Sea, and on a clear day to Mount Charleston, some 175 miles away. The tramway also has two distinctive gift shops, one at the Valley Station and one on top at the Mountain Station, each one carrying different variety of gift items, from your seasonal apparel to your picture postcards for those friends back home. Our relationship with the state park gives us a nature museum which contains information on the plants and animals that can be found in the state park and wilderness area. There are many knowledgeable volunteers also operate a visitor center where you can get help finding a trail that may be right for you.
I've seen just about every type of wildlife there is to see up here. From roadrunners to mountain lions and those golden eagles mentioned. Plant life is really diverse. From tiny cacti to towering Jeffrey pines. Most visitors don't realize that a trip from the Valley Station to the Mountain Station is equivalent to a road trip from Sonora, Mexico to the Canadian Arctic.
Here's one of our local park rangers to elaborate on our lovely and unique ecosystem.
One of the largest wilderness areas in Southern California. The advantage that the wilderness area has for Southern California is that obviously we have a tramway that does 6,000 feet of the hard work for you when you want to visit Mount San Jacinto. A lot of wilderness areas, it's very difficult hike to get in there and conditions may be quite rugged. This wilderness area is still set aside as a wilderness by the legislature. But at the same time, it's very accessible to the people of Southern California and really to residents of California and visitors from all over the world. So people come up here and they can go backpacking, they can go hiking, they can get a feeling of solitude that's really rarely available in the rest of Southern California. So I think this is a great opportunity. The tramway and the state park in this partnership can provide a wilderness experience for literally millions of people, 13 million people in the 37 years that the tramway's been open.
Well, just as the ranger said, all this protected natural beauty is for everyone to enjoy. The 54 miles of hiking trails from an easy half-mile jaunt along valley to the 5.5-mile hike to the top of Mount San Jacinto. There's picnic tables, campgrounds, guided nature trails. When it snows, there's skiing equipment to rent at the Long Valley Station. You can go cross-country skiing in some of the prettiest untouched wilderness around. Parents bring their kids. Some have never seen snow. They go snow tubing and sledding, and just about everyone, young and old, tries to pick a snowball fight. Look out!
That seems to be one of our biggest draws, the difference in temperature and even climate, from the valley station to the mountain station.
In Palm Springs, they get up to the top of the mountain here. It's very pleasant. In the 70s and 80s, you can take a nice 5-mile loop hike up to Round Valley, see this beautiful meadow. It's, again, a rare experience in Southern California to see a natural mountain meadow that's still in a pristine state. So people can come up here and still enjoy that experience in the summer, get out of the heat, and come up and really enjoy the state park.
Another local secret that most visitors have found. Riding the tram at night. It's something no visitor should miss.
Oh, I agree. It's a totally different experience. Riding to the mountain station in the evening while viewing all the twinkling lights in the valley below, the crisp, clean air, the great dinner served in the highest located restaurant in the valley. It's a favorite romantic rendezvous.
Yeah, I remember taking couples for evening tram rides. From prom dates to folks celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. I'm glad to see it's catching on with our visitors as well. Yeah. I've even seen whole generations grow up, get married, and bring their children to the tram. Just like you will.
I'm looking forward to it, almost as much as our visitors look forward to experiencing the unique and exciting Palm Springs Aerial Tram for many years to come.
all aboard. Keep moving around, please, to the far side of the tram car. All aboard, please. Doors are going to close. What are you looking for? Two more are coming back in. No, I took it. Yeah, the chili sounds good. All right, we're going to head down in a moment here. The floor will rotate you around again. And the trip takes 10 minutes. Same as coming up. Same speed down. Not any faster. Not any slower. Unless you want to go faster. All right, so here we go. Here goes the floor, and you get a nice view of our Coachella Valley right now below us. Kind of windy down there today too, I think. So you can see all the cities. Palm Springs is the city right at the base of the hills here. Palm Springs Airport there, you can see the control tower sticking out there. And further to your right, you got the other dozen cities out here in the valley. Some of the golf courses out there also. And it's a little hazy today. All the way to your right would be a big lake called the Salt Sea, but you know what? I don't see it over there right now, so I think the clouds or the haze are obscuring it now. Straight ahead of us, those hills right across from us with the little clouds over it, that's where Joshua Tree National Park is located. If you go up there, beautiful place to go. It's going to be windy up there today too, so probably close out that to a little nicer day. So enjoy the ride, folks, and we'll be at the Valley Station in about 9 minutes.
We gotta talk, yeah.
No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy. For all my life.
So he plays the song. I was just going to
So we did it like one,
I think I was there. Couple comes to your phone.